Hi folks, how are you doing? This is chess.com deathmatch. And we have playing two very strong players here. As white in this game, you can see GM Contora, who is Boris Avro from Israel, as you can see. And as black in this game, we have international master Yaacovn and Yaacovn from the United States. Really stunningly strong international master, known to be one of the strongest players here on chess.com and in general out on the net playing blitz chess. Although he's not a GM, but as far as I know, he got his three international master norms in the only three international tournaments he played on. So quite a strong player, easily at the level of most GMs, I guess. And as you can see here, well, first the time control is 5 minutes here. In the first part of the game is 5 minutes with 1 second of increment in each move. And here we can see, I think this was a Queen's Indian defense. Yes, it was A3, the Petrosian system. Both players playing solid so far. And well, what to say here? I mean, this bishop seems a bad piece here on b7, so Yaacov puts it on a6. Both players still have the bishop pair. Now Yaacov is preparing to put the bishop on g7, targeting the rook on a1, having a very strong diagonal for the bishop. Well, d6 is obviously a weakness for black, but so far it is protected by the bishop and the queen, so bishop and knight here attacking. This bishop cannot go to g7. A slightly better position for white, I guess, as he has some initiative, some static weaknesses for black here. This d6 pawn. The bishop is not particularly well placed here, although the knight is okay here, but I mean, white must be better here. Now the bishop is attacked. Queen d2 protects it, and I like white here. I mean, rook a d8 makes sense, I guess. Well, first he gets off the bishop, the knight here on c4. The bishop takes. Now there is not any more attack with the knight on d6, so the bishop can leave. But this way he gives up the bishop pair. But you can't have anything in this world. Now the rook comes to d8, overprotects d6, and let us see. Well, white has space in the center, has the bishop pair now. White will be looking to double rooks here and try to advance maybe f4, e5. Try to use the space and his bishop pair. So meanwhile, Yaacovn is pushing his h pawn, creating some space here on the king side. What about bishop g5 now? I don't know, maybe f6. Now Yaacov wants to exchange this bishop and bishop f6. Sorry, bishop g5 and bishop f6. Still a better position, of course, for white. But if black is able to hold this e5 square very well, not allow white to push this pawn f4, e5 easily, he could not have. Maybe he may not be in that much of a problem. Now bishops are exchanged, and f4 is played. h5, I don't know, maybe weakness, on long term. So far, white has achieved f4, f6 to protect overprotect the e5 square. Everything in the game right now is going on about this e5 advance. If white is able to play it in favorable conditions, this would be some great advantage for white, but black is trying to stop it. Queen f7, I don't know, getting on the way of this bishop, although it's blocked so far. Maybe trying to play f5 on his own, but interesting decision, this queen f7. Okay, white's turn to play, and he goes e5 finally, trying to break through. Now things go complicated. Pawn captures in the center, and if pawn takes here, white is taking easily, with most probably with a rook. Here, taking with the rook, threatening some discovered checks, having already a passed pawn, a very strong bishop here, and this is looking quite good already for GM Boris Avroch. I don't know, can't white take it? Yes, I think it can, because queen f6 maybe would pin it, but I don't think it's a great deal. Now white is threatening discovered checks, so rook e7 is totally winning, so black must do something about it. Good start for the match for the GM. King h7 is what Yaacovn played. This pawn passed pawn advances. Now the queen is under attack. The bishop reveals to be a great piece, as I said earlier. Putting the queen on f7 may be a little dubious for this reason. I mean, the bishop was blocked, but now it is not blocked anymore. The passed pawn advances. Now the queen is attacked. Rook e7 is a threat, and I don't see what is black doing here to save the game. This is very difficult. Really tough position for black here, and I wonder if it's already over. It might perfectly be over, because I'm not seeing what's black going to do. I mean, where to put the queen to avoid the check, and I mean, if the queen goes somewhere, I don't know, f4, whatever, queen check, rook e7 check, and this is kind of checkmate, because the bishop, the queen are controlling these diagonals here, and the black king is in a huge trouble. So 1 minute for Yaacovn here, you can see. But okay, time is not his biggest problem here, of course. The position is very, very complicated one for him. In fact, I guess he will just realize there is nothing to be done, and most probably he will resign this game. So most probably 1-0 for GM Contora, aka Boris Avroch from Israel. Good start for the higher rated player. Well, or at least higher with the player with the biggest title here, the GM. And yes, this will be a victory for white. Some seconds here for Yaacovn. He's trying to find that saving move, but I don't know. There might be one, but I'm not seeing anything for him. So there it goes. 1-0, white wins on time. Boris Avroch leading the 25th chess.com deathmatch 1-0. And the second game should be starting in no time.